President Barrow and delegation on Saturday performed Umrah, a lesser pilgrimage, in Islam's holiest city after 2 days of spiritual preparation in Medina. Aliou Cisse is monitoring the delegation and he now reports.
After 2 days of prayers and reflection in Medina, President Barrow and delegation departed from Makkah on Saturday morning on board the high-speed train. But even before arriving in Makkah, the spiritual journey had already begun. Dressed in the simple white garments of Ihram, the President and members of his delegation, including Lady Sergeant Barrow, Commissioner General of the Gambia Revenue Authority Yankuba Dabo, and the Chief of Staff Aliou Loum, entered a state of consecration that requires pilgrims to set aside worldly comforts and distractions.
What I want to say is that this is a very spiritual journey, and Medina was just to prepare ourselves, to prep ourselves, and now we will say the intention. And when we say the intention, that means now you are in a state of consecration, meaning when you go to the toilet, just be cautious that you don't use the soap because it is scented. Unless you finish your Umrah, as men, you cannot brush, you cannot shave. Now you will do that after you finish your Umrah. You cannot use.
Consul General Ibn Dur reminded them that Ihram is not simply a change of clothing, but a commitment to purity in conduct and intention.
Use perfumes as well, because the rituals doesn't permit that.
The delegation recited the Talbiyah together, answering what Muslims believe is Allah's call to pilgrimage.
Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak.
Upon arrival in Makkah, the President was received by Saudi officials before proceeding to Masjid al-Haram.
How are you? You okay? Very good.
He first joined worshippers for the Maghrib prayer before beginning Tawaf, circling the Holy Kaaba 7 times aboard a specially designed mobility vehicle reserved for heads of state and dignitaries. The President later completed Sa'i, walking between the hills of Safa and Marwa 7 times, commemorating Hajra's desperate search for water for her son, Prophet Ismail, an act of faith that remains central to the pilgrimage. After completing the prescribed rites, the Gambian leader returned to the Grand Mosque for Isha prayers, marking the completion of his Umrah. For Consul General Ndur, however, the most powerful lesson of the Umrah lies beyond rituals.
You can see these 2 pieces just symbolizes when we die, how we are shrouded. And we are removed of every title of dunya. We are all equal in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You wouldn't know, whether this is an imam or a consul general or a minister. We are all equal in the sight of Allah. The only
أرجو رحمتك واخشى عذابك.
President Barrow left Makkah for Jeddah today, where he is expected to hold several high-level meetings, including an interaction with the Gambian community, before concluding his 6-day visit. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cisse.